Writing a good report is indubitably an important writing skill, but then the students wonder how many paragraphs to write, what is the marking scheme, what is the correct format, etc. We will seek answers to all these questions in this video. Hello and welcome to English Grammar with Ameya sir, and let's get started. In order to write a great report, we must discuss the distribution of marks, what is the correct format, tips to write a great report, and finally talk about some FAQs and other points to remember. So let us talk about the marking scheme. There are a total of 5 marks. The title and the date line, grammar and vocabulary, and the conclusion have a mark each, while the logical sequence or chronology is assessed for 2 marks. Here is the format for the report writing. We start with the heading, then the reported byline, followed by the date line. We cover the place and the date. Finally, we divide the report into distinct paragraphs, 2 or 3 paragraphs. Report writing can be segregated into 2. Report with positive sentiments, report with negative sentiments. So what do I mean by that? Positive sentiments will have sports day, exhibitions, celebrations, festivities, success, social work, charity, donations, etc. While report with negative sentiments will be report about accidents, losses, damages, calamities, deceit, violent acts, etc. So the first paragraph for the positive sentiments will cover the points what, when, who, where, and that's it. You simply answer those questions, you will have your first paragraph. What exactly happened? When did it happen? Who organized it? Where did it happen? The second paragraph should talk about the preparation, the arrangement, schedule, the timing that is, the happenings, actual proceedings, and the participation. The climax should be about who was the chief guest, were there any awards, prize distribution, honor, and yes, end it with a positive note because people definitely want this to happen again. In contrast to this, the first paragraph for the negative sentiments will remain the same, answering the questions what, when, who, where. However, the second paragraph will include reason for what happened, who was responsible for it, the incident, injuries and deaths, casualty reports, hospitalization, etc. While the climax will be authorities giving a visit, maybe a minister visit, what is the inquiry, what action is being taken, and the promise by the authorities to the general public that such a thing will never happen again. Let us now consider an example. Your school Balak Mandir Vidyalaya had organized a big science exhibition. Prepare a report covering the event for your school magazine. Okay, so we start with a good heading, followed by the reported byline and the dateline. The first paragraph could be something like this. A mega science exhibition was held by Dombivli's Balak Mandir Vidyalaya in their school laboratory a couple of days ago. It was indeed a big event. Students from the standard 8th to 10th participated with full vim. The second paragraph could be, the preparations for this event had begun weeks ago and the students were very excited and helped the teachers in the arrangements. The exhibition started at 9 a.m. and parents and local residents visited in huge numbers to provide encouragement to the students. There were interesting projects such as the solar city, rainwater harvesting, water and appliances, etc. There were many local reporters and media personnel who covered the whole event. The standard 10 students won the first prize for project on recycling the garbage. The concluding paragraph could be something like this. Mr. Avinash Modak, an ISRO scientist, was the chief guest of honor and he awarded the winners. He congratulated the students and the event was a great success. Notice how the paragraphs cover the things that we learned on the previous slide. Let us now consider another example, this time a negative sentiment. A private car rammed into a goods carrier on the Lonavala-Pune highway. Fortunately, there was no loss of life. Create a report. Okay, so we start with a heading followed by the reported byline and the dateline covering the place. The first paragraph could be something like this. In a very unfortunate incident, there was a major collision between a car and a transport truck. This is the second accident on the same spot in the last 2 weeks. This tragic accident happened at dawn around 5 a.m. on the Lonavala-Pune highway. The second paragraph could be something like this. The driver of the Maruti Ertiga lost his control while overtaking and the car rammed into a goods transport truck coming from the opposite direction. The driver and the two other passengers in the car are seriously injured. Luckily, there's been no loss of life. Local residents immediately informed the authorities and the injured were rushed to the Talegaon City Hospital where they are recuperating. The climax could be the traffic department has decided to declare that spot as an accident spot. The police are investigating for more, and the citizens hope that such an incident never occurs again. Notice how nicely the content has been covered in three distinct paragraphs. Let us now take a look at some frequently asked questions. First, sir, can we write a report in two paragraphs? Yes, you can. Just merge the climax with the second paragraph. Sir, can I use words such as I, that is the use of the first person? No, you should write a report in the third person. Always use the formal language. Can I write by a reporter line at the end? Yes, you may do so. Okay, just to expatiate on that last answer, instead of writing the reported by line at the top like this, you could write it right at the end. Of course, don't mention it twice. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I'm sure you enjoyed watching the video, and if you still have any more doubts, please email me and I will be happy to assist. We will meet again soon in the next video about the importance of writing skills. Why do we have writing skills? Is it to torture the students where the teachers just end the question in one line but then the students just write pages upon pages? We'll talk about that. That video shall be in Hindi because it applies to all the students. Do take care.